Hi everybody, Dr. Liz here, and I just wanted to talk to you briefly about the discussion post, Milestone 1 sharing. And in these discussion posts, typically the points for your initial post, everyone pretty much always gets those points because there's not really a lot of ways you can mess that up, right? Like you're going to express your ideas for what you think is going to be in your paper. So no matter what your ideas are, those are your ideas. So you're pretty much going to get full credit for that. I will just say that if you feel comfortable, the closest you can come to the actual text you're thinking about using, the better, just because I can give you more feedback early. But as I said in the video about the actual Milestone 1 submission, in case you haven't watched that yet, I really grade these first couple of drafts early because it's the first time you're turning it in. So don't get too stressed about that either. So however you decide to share what your ideas for your paper are, whether you want to do it in a bulleted list or more of a finished product, that's really probably going to be fine. What I really wanted to talk about for a minute is the part that people have a tendency to not earn full points for, and that's in your feedback post. And pay attention, please, specifically to this part. Feedback that can help them complete Milestone 1 for their assignment submission. I love when we make comments like, hey, you picked a great topic, or this is really interesting, or something like that. That's great. It builds rapport. I love if you're interested in the topic that they chose. But if you just say something like that, that doesn't really help them to actually complete their paper, right? That doesn't really help them. So what you're going to want to say instead is something along the lines of, making sure that they actually covered all of the required parts of the paper. Maybe ask some clarifying questions, like, I'm not 100% sure I understand the focus from what you've got here. So something specific that is going to give them actionable feedback that they can really use. A lot of the time we get replies like, oh, I agree with you 100%, or I like your topic. But again, that doesn't really help them complete their paper, right? So please keep that in mind. The other thing I wanted to point out to you was on the discussion board. So I'm going to go to the actual discussion board for the class. You're going to see extra resources that I provided for you guys in a couple of different places. So the first place is actually on the discussion board where you're going to submit your first discussion. It's one place you can get it. I've posted a whole bunch of links and resources that hopefully will provide you a little bit of guidance if you need some extra help in completing the milestone submission paper. Things such as, tips for APA formatting, stuff like that. So you can find that again on the discussion, the actual assignment discussion board. You can also find it if you go to the extra, I rewinded too far, sorry. On the discussion board, if you go to the extra help discussion board for this week, if you're to click on that, then you'll see the link to extra topics there too. So as always, please don't, hesitate for a second to reach out if you've got any questions. And I'm going to look forward to talking to you on the discussion board.